Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Hashtag Save Our Streets TV. I am William Rivas, co-founder of Save Our Streets, and we'd like to welcome our guest today, the lovely City Councilwoman Leesa Perazzo. How you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. We thank you for taking the time to sit down with us today and just have a brief conversation. We'd like to thank you first because you've always been very supportive of the movement and every event and all the things that we've done. Your presence in the community is duly noted, so I would like to start with that and tell you thank you for being genuine and being authentic in that manner. So it's 2018, new year, new day in the city, a lot of great things going on. In your time that you've been doing the work that you've been doing in the community, what changes have you seen over the last few years?
Changes in the city? Yeah. Well, we're just constantly growing, right? I mean, the big changes, the casino and the waterfront development, really amazing projects. And to be honest with you, all of the projects going on in the Hamilton Hill neighborhood right now, there's, hundreds of millions of dollars being invested in that neighborhood. And that makes me feel really good, because it's not about one particular area. It's about the city as a whole. Mount Pleasant is getting a new library, so I expect a lot to follow that because sometimes it takes that anchor, like the Phyllis Borant branch was for Hamilton Hill.
Yeah, and we thank you about that because, again, like you're saying, there's a lot of great things going on throughout the city as a whole. There's a lot of great community leaders, there's a lot of great community movements, and if nobody knows anything else, if they follow you on social media, they see you pretty much at everything and a part of everything, which I think speaks volumes for the type of individual you are. What do you see for kind of the city and its residents in 2018? What type of things do you want to see for the city?
Yeah, well, I think we need to continue our focus on our neighborhoods. I think we need to continue to discuss police in the community and how they interact. I think we need to continue to discuss issues surrounding poverty in our city, which is prevalent and certainly concerning. I don't think there's any magic answers to these things, but I think open community discussion is really important. And the reason why you see me at everything is I'm a public servant, right? So it's not only my job, which I take very seriously, but the reason I got involved to begin with was I had tremendous passion for my city. So to me, it's a labor of love and not always fun, but you have to be present, right? You have to be involved, or else you don't know what's going on, and you don't have your finger on the pulse of the community.
Right. Well, with that being said, we absolutely know that Save Our Streets is your absolute favorite community organization. No bias. I'm joking.
It's one of the top ones. I'm at everything.
Absolutely, and we really appreciate that because it speaks volumes to have you there and to have you accessible to not only the community but to the youth especially, which is really the focus of Save Our Streets. And what we're doing is it's that youth leadership aspect, giving them opportunities to meet and engage with community leaders, political leaders, and things of that nature. I think it sends an empowering message to our kids that you guys are accessible. Again, when I met you a couple years ago, it was one of the things I continued to say to you, that it was beautiful that you were so accessible, that I could sit down with you and talk and just have genuine conversation with you, to the point in which, at this point, I don't see you, as a city councilwoman. I see you like for me, you're like family. So whenever somebody's talking about you, I'm like, yeah, Leesa, that's family, So I think that's important to the community and to the kids. So I think if you could just speak to what you see really like with the youth. There's a lot of programs, a lot of things going on with youth right now, and I think that's important.
Yes, actually, I was going to dial back to the first time we ever met too, and I remember you saying to me, I didn't know I could just call you up and sit down and talk with you, and I'm like, of course you can, and I think that is really important for our youth to know, because many of our youth don't even really know what local government does and how important their voice is in local government. I mean, I would love to see Save Our Streets come and use privilege of the floor to talk about some of the issues that are important to them, because I think people knowing that they can come and engage in their community is crucial. Very, very often we have public hearings at the council where nobody shows up to talk, and that's, it's not about us sitting down in our seats and doing what we think is right. That's part of it. It's about bridging the gap between the community and the government and carrying the voices forward. As far as our youth, there can never be enough for our youth. We all know how crucial that is. And certainly supportive of the New Boys and Girls Club, certainly supportive of Miracle on Craig Street, certainly supportive of everything that you're doing. It takes a village. Those are really important words spoken, probably not knowing how far it was going to continue into the future, but it does, right? Everybody brings different specialties to the table. So it's all about just talking to one another and knowing what's going on and supporting what's going on and moving in a forward direction.
So speaking about specifically our youth and local government, an idea I've been kind of pitching around, as you know, I'm an idea person, and William Reeves is known for having these very creative ideas. So one I've kind of been working with that I want to kind of put together, if possible, I want to put together kind of a youth council where the youth get to come to the city council and speak and meet on a regular basis and talk about plans and talk about their ideas. And I think that would be really important because, again, as adults, we always think we have the answers for them, but very rarely do we give them the opportunity to tell us what it is that they think, what their ideas are. And I think that would be a great youth leadership opportunity to bring together some of our kids from throughout our entire city, different backgrounds, different places, different areas, and give them space maybe once a month, almost like a city council where the kids come together and they talk and they kind of bring the city council their ideas. What do you think?
I say amen. I think that's a great idea. I love that idea. And again, it just sets the scene, right? It sets the scene for more involvement as we move in a forward direction. I think, you're right on. I'll help any way I can.
Save Our Streets Youth City Council is coming soon. So upcoming, we've always had a lot of events going on. We always have a lot of great things, a lot of programs. We have February 16th, we're doing the Black Panther red carpet movie release event, and as always, you always know you're always invited to come out and to enjoy it. And in actuality, I pray that you guys come out, and because the energy at the Save Our Streets event, which we've always heard is you never know who you're going to see, you never know who you're going to run into, and the energy is always amazing at Save Our Streets event. So we're renting out the one entire theater down at Bowtie Cinema. Shout out to the team in Albany, the Black Affair, David at Love Yourself First, everybody that's helping out and been donating. The response of the community about this has been amazing. I think I set a February 1st deadline, and I think we beat that by 2 weeks. I think we sold out today.
Nice.
So unfortunately, Bowtie's not going to let me rent another theater. So we're going to do the best we can with that. But we would love, absolutely, love and appreciate you coming out and sharing with us, at the red carpet event. I think would be great.
Absolutely.
We greatly appreciate you. We thank you. We thank you for all that you do in the community, all that you're going to continue to do. We thank you for being genuine and authentic and just being you. We thank you for taking time out to be on the show with us today. Thank you, City Councilwoman Leesa Perazzo. And again, this is William Reeves, co-founder of Save Our Streets. Signing out. We'll see you next week.